Let's talk about specific incidents and how a single experience can determine your entire financial life. So here's the big question. What is your current money blueprint set for? Well, how can you tell? Simple. Look at your results. Look at the fruits that will tell you what the roots are set for. Look at the house that will tell you what the blueprint looks like. Let me put it this way. If the temperature in the room is set for 72 degrees, now here's where it gets interesting. Is it possible, because it's really cold outside and the windows are open, that the temperature in that room could say go down to 65 degrees? Yes, but what will eventually happen? That thermostat will kick in and drive that temperature right back to 72. And the only way to permanently change your financial life is to change your financial thermostat, otherwise known as your money blueprint. It all begins with the way you think. So what we're going to do is we're going to examine some of the ways that rich and successful people think very differently than unsuccessful people in order to consider adopting those ways of thinking and resetting our financial blueprints. Now, we're going to call these ways of thinking wealth secrets. Rich and successful people believe I create my life, and unsuccessful people believe life happens to me. If you want to create real success, it is imperative that you believe that you are at the steering wheel of your life. You have to believe that you are the one who creates your success, you are the one who creates your mediocrity, and you are the one creating any financial struggle. But instead of taking full responsibility for their lives, most people instead, they play the role of the victim. Now, victims usually leave 3 indelible clues. So the first one they seem to have in common is they blame the economy, they blame their type of business, they blame the stock market, they blame the real estate market, they blame the city they live in. It's always something else, it's always someone else, or they do this. They justify their situation by saying something like, well, you know, money's not all that important. Well, let me ask you a question. If you said that your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or your girlfriend wasn't that important, would they be around for very long? I don't think so, and neither would what? Money. If you don't think money's important, would you have any? Of course not. Anybody who says money's not important doesn't have any. Complaining is the absolute worst possible thing you could do for your health or your wealth. The worst. Why? There's a universal principle that says what you focus on expands. And have you ever noticed that complainers usually have a crummy life? So here are some wealth steps that will change your blueprint and change your life. First of all, no complaining for 7 full days. Not in here and not out here. It's your choice. You can be a victim or you can be rich, but you cannot be both. So you choose. Because every single time that you blame or you justify or you complain, you are slitting not only your financial throat, but your happiness and your health throat as well. Let me give you another wealth step along with this one. This is very simple. Start taking full responsibility for everything that is happening in your life, especially when it comes to your money. I want you to think of your financial goals in terms of 2 things. The first one is in terms of income. Second one is in terms of your net worth. And I'm going to give you a couple examples. Let's say that one of your financial goals for income is that, you want to earn, say, $100,000 a year. And let's say your goal for net worth might be $1 million. Now, here's another wealth secret. Rich and successful people, they play the money game to win. Most other people play not to lose. Here's the thing. Most people actually play the money game on defense versus offense. In sports, let me ask you a question. Anytime you play any game strictly on defense, tell me, what are your chances of actually winning that game? Very slim and very none. And most people's primary concern is survival and security. So what is your goal? What is your true objective? What is your intention? Wealthy people's intention is to create abundance. Most broke people, their intention is to have enough to pay the bills or just get by, or I just want to earn a decent living. And you know what? Due to the power of intention, that's exactly what you're going to get and not a dime more. This is why I have a very, very deep concern with older people setting the intention that they're going to live on a government or company pension. Let me say this right now. Settling for that is usually what I call a result of the scrimp and save blueprint. You know what? To me, it's a shame. We have millions of fairly healthy, incredibly intelligent older people in this country who basically have traded their dreams for security. And here's the thing. Their entire lives revolve around their budget. I don't mean to judge, but as far as I'm concerned, what a way to live, where your budget runs you. Let me say this right now. This is all a fear-based blueprint coming up. Yet the fact is that we have had dozens, if not hundreds of seniors create more wealth in only 2 years than they have in their last 50 years. It's all about your intention. It's all about how you think.